On a good note, our passing has been very smooth. You've set each other up with some really nice assists. That's strong team basketball. Let's keep it up. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Fair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What a game we're seeing from Money.
I liked that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Money, he's in at point guard. Anthony Davis is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kobe. And it's Knox in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Trail Blazers delivered quite a performance. He ended with an amazing number of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And, you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
3 on the clock. Here's Patsatsuliu. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 8 points for him.
You know, on defense, even on an inbounds play, you can't leave three-point shooters alone on the perimeter. They paid for it there.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
A chance to take a look at how the Suns are doing right now early in the season. Second in scoring, second in assists, and they're the #2 field goal percentage team in the league. This is a team that has really grown in that area, taking good shots and knocking them down.
And I think what's most impressive when you talk about those points per game is the fact that they're spreading it around. This is a very unselfish team. They work to get good shots every time down the floor, and they become a very efficient offensive team.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. That is good. 15 points in the game.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break gave him a second win. He looks fresh.
Money passes to Knox. It's off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Here's Money. He's got 32. Took the opportunity when he saw it. That's 12 points here for George.
Kobe Bryant with a beautiful pass that time.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. For the three. Another three for Phoenix.
Something starting to click for this team, guys. You can feel it. The three-pointers are dropping. Their offense is flowing.
They've had a great second half from long range.
Here's Money. Outside, George. Dishes it to Kobe. Shot clock at 6. Davis. They shoot again. And he lays it up and in. Davis has got 6 points.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
And he gets it to go.
You know, when he's in that tight with that kind of height advantage over the defender, that's going to be a pretty easy play for him.
Okay, gentlemen, here we go. I want you to focus on getting the ball inside to the paint.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. Pelicans, #1.
Yeah, what a show of strength and rebounding we've seen recently. These guys playing extremely physically.
Pelicans leading by 12. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Money. Outside, George lets the three fly. No good.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
To the inside. Davis with some nice D.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that. What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Suns trail by 14. They set the pick. Here's Patsatsaliu. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. He's got 10. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Here's Money. He's got 34. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Jeff Hornacek as he addressed his team. Their transition offense has to be a focal point, he told them. Points on the break are going to be... won't be able to handle us if we can get bodies to the basket each and every time down the court. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pelicans.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Something else you like to see is how well they've shot their free throws tonight.
Bledsoe hits them both. Pelicans leading by 12. Shot, high post, knocks the pass to Bryant. Goes back up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
At the line for your Pelicans. Knox. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he hits both. Suns trail by 14. Cato defended by Bryant. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Cohen. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 3 assists tonight.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
Here's Money. He's got 34. No good.
Seems like he's gotten every single rebound today.
Glass eating at its finest. I mean, you're not going to see a guy with 20-plus boards too often. That's an impressive number.
New Orleans leading by 12 to the middle. Ball stolen. And here they come. Ahead. Here's Patsatsaliu, and it's Phoenix scoring again. Here's Money. And the layup's good off the glass. Money's got 7 now in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
And he gets it to go. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. New Orleans has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And with a quick chance here, let's take a look now at some of the numbers for Paul George. He's averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. If it was an average player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were spectacular.
Yeah,
but for him, simply run-of-the-mill.
And how much does that tell you about the talent he has? I mean, when the spectacular passes is average, that speaks volumes.
Bledsoe with it. George picks him up to the inside. Here's Cato. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. He's got 12.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
At the line for your Pelicans.
That free throw, no good. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for New Orleans. Markieff Morris is checked in for Phoenix. That one misses.
Boy, his free throw shooting, Kevin, has been ugly.
Patsatsolyu, defended by Gordon. Here's Cohen. Here's Patsatsolyu. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And George kicks to Davis. Here's Knox. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. 15 points in the game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Bledsoe right side. He dishes it to Morris. And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here.
Second team foul. Substitution.
They set the screen. The feed now to Morris. Shot clock at 5. The Suns have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Pelicans leading by 9. Here's Money. He's got 36. Here's Gordon. Knight grabs the board. Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Patsatsolyu. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 15.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Money passes to Gordon. Fires from deep. That is good. Gordon's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Bledsoe kicks to Bledsoe. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bledsoe's got his 2nd bucket. New Orleans has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Money passes to Davis. Doubled by Knight. 6 to shoot. And so it's New Orleans with it. And that one hits back iron.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I mean, they're fighting for every loose ball, putting a body on somebody and going after the rim. All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
And Bledsoe, here we go. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. The Suns have made 2/3 of their free throws tonight, 6 of 9 to be exact.
Well, you take a look at the numbers, guys. They're shooting 74% on the season.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
And the first one at the line is good.
The story in the first half was...
Cover somebody.
Joseph, he's checked in for Gordon. And Steph Curry subbed in for Money. Goodwin's checked in for the Suns. And so he hits both. Pelicans leading by...
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Knight with it. With 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Pelicans.
Coming up this Friday, November 27th, the New Orleans Pelicans go up against the Atlanta Hawks. The East again.
And here are the Suns now. 11-point game. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that Memphis game turns out.
Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Suns, here's Knox. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Feeds it tonight. They get it back. Another shot. Misses from short range.
That's a battle they haven't been winning today, guys. Their work on the glass has to improve.
And that's not the only thing that's gone against them.
Here's Knox, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Phoenix.
Shooting for New Orleans, Knox. At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. The Pelicans making a switch here. Ryan's checked in, and Phoenix making a change here. Both good from the line that time. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Here's Money. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting for New Orleans, Money. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Despite another miss there, you still have to like the way he's been working himself to the free throw line.
Davis is checked in for the Pelicans. Good on the second free throw. So it's Phoenix now. They trail by 14. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
To the right side. Clock at 6. Here's Timmerman. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Boy, they're making it look easy here. I mean, they're just automatic from the line.
Shooting for Phoenix, Timmerman.
He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Pelicans leading by 13.
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
There's the pick. Inside, off the pick. It's rebounded by New Orleans. George has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Kobe, here we go.
Phoenix foul. Brandon Knight. That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Pelicans, Kobe Bryant. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good for Bryant. Suns trail by 17. Over to the wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Knight with a screen on Davis. The dish to Knight. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. And he gets it to go. 25 points in the game.
That's his second three-pointer of the half and his 3rd overall.
New Orleans leading by 14. Here's Money. He kicks it to Kobe. Here's Knox. Banked in off the glass. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. There's a good screen. Right wing. Patsatsul defended by Bryant. Good.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
For New Orleans, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Money.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
He threw down that 360 like it was no problem at all. That's insane skill.
The guys on the bench are just falling all over themselves.
Yeah, they loved it.
One of the plays of the year, possibly.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And the Suns making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in.
Chip Bledsoe.
Out to the wing. Here's Patsatsul. Excellent D there from George.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Pelicans leading by 14. Davis sets a screen. Money passes to Davis. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Back to Bledsoe. Hugh, who's guarded by Davis. Out of this world. Aerial skills for a guy of his size.
Kevin, that's what separates him from some of the other point guards around the league. The ability to rise and throw it down.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that spurs them on. Maybe sparks a little bit of a comeback here.
Blows the dunk.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
The shot's good for Money.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup
Pass to Bledsoe. They set the pick. To the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. Cohen. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Davis. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backup. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production.
Pelicans leading by 13. Here's Money. No good. And Phoenix the other way now. Bledsoe left side. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Here's Money. The kick out to Bryant. All alone. That's good. And the Pelicans lead by 13.
Well, you hate to see a guy suffer through a game like this, but his team is winning.
And here are the Suns now. To the inside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Bledsoe. He's got 8 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
Yeah, it is a nice number. He's taken it upon himself to really find his teammates and to get this offense going.
At the line of the Suns, Bledsoe. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. Pelicans leading by 12. Money passes to Bryant. Suns moving the ball around. And the lead is down inside single digits. He has 35.
Starting to get it rolling, guys. That's 4 3-pointers for the game. 3 of them coming in this second half.
Here's Money, and he bangs it home with one hand. The defense looking a little bit dazed now. A ferocious throw down there.
Not bad for a player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
Passes it to Bledsoe. Here's Cohen. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
At the line for your Pelicans.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
And so he hits both.
That was the confidence booster he needed. He's been scuffling from that free throw line.
Kicks to Bledsoe. Clock at 6. Oh, that's blocked.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Here's Money. There's the pass to Knox. That one goes. Come. He's got 23.
He's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Bledsoe outside. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Here's Money outside for Kobe. Pass to Money. Phoenix grabs the miss.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
Tipped away. Here's Cohen. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 5th assist in this one.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. No good for Money. Suns trail by 9. Cohen defended by Bryant. Here's Patsatsuliu. Off target with his 3.
You know, even though he missed that 3-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, because you know if you continue to give up open looks like that, you're in big trouble.
And Phoenix pushing it up now. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
No good for Money. Phoenix has gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the 4th quarter so far. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here's Timmerman. Rebound by Money. Money's got rebound number 8 now on the night. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's George finishing it off.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
Well, both ends of that play, just fantastic.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them 3 points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Passes to Money from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Suns trail by 12. There's 1:17 left in the game. Here's Cohen. Green for 2 points. He has 40.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, going through the motions as it appears. It'll be a nice win here for the Pelicans.
They really had it going, Clark. Their offense propelled them.
Yeah, in this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
This will make it back-to-back wins for them in the first 2 games of the season in this matchup.
And against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, Steve, a 2-0 advantage is a pretty good lead.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Money. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
Well, Phoenix shooting has been just great in the 4th quarter, 54%. Cohen. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting for Phoenix. Cato. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within.
Too many turnovers.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, big numbers for you on the offensive end. How were you able to consistently get your shot?
I just put in so many hours in the gym, you know, on playgrounds and everywhere in between. Now my shot is just as consistent as it gets. I can make most shots blindfolded, honestly. Making them in the game with my eyes open, that's a piece of cake, as you can see with my stats.
Well done. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here is our Jordan Player of the Game.
What's up with them?
They got traded.
When?
Today. That's the league, man. We cogs in the machine.
Dang, man, that's cold-blooded. Man, we sweat with them. We went to war with them. They just gonna throw them out like yesterday's news? That's it? I might as well say bye while I got a chance. Hey, hold up, y'all. Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear about that. Y'all keep your heads up, all right? Ball out.
I'm sure you've all heard we're going to have some new faces around here. We all know that change is part of the business. Your job is to make the new guys comfortable so that the transition on and off the court is seamless. We rise and fall as one.
Yo, glad you're here. We a tight group, so watch and learn, and when you feel comfortable, do your thing.
Hey, as long as I don't interfere with me doing my thing. I'm just playing, man.
Yo, I go by the name of Pharrell from the Neptunes.
this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, it was the New Orleans Pelicans winning their last game against Phoenix.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Money, he's in at the point. Paul George is out there with Davis. Then there's Kobe. And it's Knox in at the 5. No good from Gasol. For Atlanta, they come in off a loss to Brooklyn.
Yeah, it seemed to me their three-point shooting was their own worst enemy in that game, Clark. I mean, even their wide-open looks weren't falling.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they think back on that game, Steve, their main regret is going to be that they didn't get away from the three-point shot early on. They kept going to it.
Poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at that three-point shot.
And here's Collison. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score.
On defense, the Pelicans. 6-point game. Plenty of space. That's in there. Tinsley with the assist.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Here's Money. He's covered by Collison. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
New Orleans shooting their first free throw tonight. Well, this is a kind of a mediocre free throw shooting team. They're sitting there at about 73% as a unit.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
Now here's Gasol. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn.
And a huge rebounding night as well, really controlling the glass.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam. I like the work there, contesting that shot.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
Well, they had a pretty good grasp of the game plan coming into this one. That's been very apparent.
And anytime a team gets a double-digit lead in the first quarter, Steve, you could be headed for blowout city.
And Atlanta has possession. The Pelicans make their last shot. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Bryant's got his second bucket of the night.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Looking to end the run. Here's Tinsley, and the layup's good off the glass. Tinsley's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Here's Money. He's covered by Collison. Pass to Money. Passes it to Knox. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And here are some big men who, when they get it in tight, are as close to a sure thing as we've got. Here are the top field goal percentage leaders among NBA centers and power forwards. Anthony Davis, number 1.
Boy, he's just a dominant presence in the low post. He gets so many good looks because he works so hard to get into good position down low before he actually catches the ball.
And I like the way his game is adaptable based on what the defense is showing. I mean, he'll change it up from game to game as long as he's still able to get high percentage shots.
Here's Collison. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. The drive by Collison. Here's Snell. No good on the triple. Pelicans leading by 12. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen by Collison. And here we go with Collison running it up the court. And up the floor again for New Orleans. Running the court. The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. There's the steal. And here we go.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
I love the aggressiveness with their approach, pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
They are owning this game early. They are constantly finding lanes to the basket.
There's the pass to Guzman. Gasol with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Stolen by George. Davis kicks to George. There's a screen. Back to Davis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for New Orleans?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast break groups, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
The drive by Collison. Gasol kicks to Snell. And for 3, Collison. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Excellent defense on the perimeter that time. He probably should have passed up that shot.
Here's Money. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. And 11 points for Money. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
The Hawks trail by 18. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The shot is off. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Money. He's covered by Collison. George passes to Money. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
For Atlanta, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Collison dishes to Gasol. The leader falls for it. That was a difficult shot.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Here's Money. He's covered by Collison. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Well, early on in the season still, but let's take a look at where the Pelicans sit right now. First in scoring. First in assists. And they're also #1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together.
All right, everyone relax. Run your sets, attack the rim, crash the boards on both ends, and we'll be fine. Come on now, let's get after it.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Over that last break, I listened to the Pelicans head coach address his team. If he has his way, this will be a shootout. He told his guys to play the game at as fast a tempo as they can manage. There was something else he mentioned, too. He wants them to utilize the pick and roll as much as possible in their coming possessions. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. They set the pick. And George, here we go. New Orleans moving it around. Pass to Knox. Another one falls for New Orleans.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all. They've been able to score with ease.
Stripped it away. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Kobe.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. He put it on an absolute platter for him.
Here's Collison, following the basket by Kobe Bryant. Here's Money. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He feeds it to Davis. This one for three. And there's Bryant. That's good on the assist by Davis. 10 points for Kobe Bryant.
They are making some noise from downtown, guys.
And they've got themselves a very nice lead to show for it.
And here's Collison, averaging 8 points a game. Gasol. And Davis sends it back. And they're able to recover. Off target from the wing. New Orleans has gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter.
Well, the lead isn't getting any smaller. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded performance for this club on the road.
You know, that's the thing, Steve. To dominate as they have in front of a hostile crowd, really impressive.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Guzman. Outside Collison. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Guzman to stop the run. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Here's Money. Rebound Atlanta. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
These two teams are effectively strangers to each other. Only 2 meetings all season. This is their first one, and then they'll play one more down the road.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
yes,
you?
Sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me, that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Now Collison. The dish now to Gasol. The drive by Collison. This is his first free throw of the game.
Darren Collison.
That free throw missing, so both teams making some changes here. He's off on the second.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Now here's Curry. Shot clock at 6. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Well, there you go. If you're going to continue to give up open jump shots, you're not going to get back into this game.
Poke loose. And they're on the break. Up the floor. Finished off the break. Curry's got his second bucket tonight.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Curry's got 6 points.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
So it's the Hawks now. Byers passes to Fields. 6 to shoot. Outside Collison. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Atlanta. He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
Thanks again, Doris. Here's Chavez. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Fast break. Here we go. Here's Byers. High shot from 10 feet out.
4-2.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. New Orleans has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Here's Money. He's covered by Collison. Davis sets a screen. Money passes to Curry. And he's good on the three ball. Curry's got 9 points.
They're setting the tone early here, Kevin.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now here is Fields. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Curry's shot is good.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. New Orleans on top, just dominating this one. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Tune in Friday, November 28th. The New Orleans Pelicans take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Be there.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
How about the three-point shooting? The scoring has really come in bunches from long range.
Yeah, it seems like every time down the floor they're knocking down the triple.
Collison with it. They've got Horford. He's out there with Jordan. And it's Byers in at the three, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Collison kicks to Horford. Collison dishes to Fields. Shot clock at 6. The feed to Horford. That's good. Horford's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Hawks.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
To the wing right side. Here's T. Feeds to Curry. Pelicans leading by 23. There's the pick. Money passes to Gordon. Here's Money. There's the block. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And here's Fields, averaging 10 points per contest. Here's Snell, 5 to shoot. He kicks to Fields. Lets it go from the wing, and that one hits back iron.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Here's Money. He's got 11. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Fields against Gordon. Here's Tinsley. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Both teams deciding to change it up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Well, he shoots the ball with a lot of confidence from the line. He's very comfortable there, 84% on the season.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
All right, on defense, I want you to give them as many open looks from beyond the arc as they want. We're going to clog the paint and attack down low. No drives to the basket, no offensive boards. The key is ours. Now let's go.
New Orleans leading by 20. Here's Money. He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Kicks it to Fields. Out to the right wing. There's the screen. Guzman defended by Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Fields' shot is good. Fields has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, they really started to come on here in the second.
Playing much better here, guys, and it looks like they're starting to make up some ground. We'll see if that can continue.
Fields with the steal. Oh, and here comes Fields all alone. It's rebounded by Money.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
Davis, the pass to Knox. Here's Money. Bangs home the trifecta. Money's got 14 points.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Fields, the pass to Chavez. He dishes it to Fields. For the 3. Snell, no good. Here's Money. He's got 14. Outside, George. Pass to Davis. Banked in off the glass. 12 points for him.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
Dishes to Snell. Here's Chavez. Pelicans pull it in. Money's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Pass to Davis. And it's rejected. And here's the fast break. Fields leading the way. Pull up Jay. Can't get it to go. Gordon with the defensive effort. Pelicans leading by 22. Here's Money. Expanding his range. And another 3 for New Orleans.
He's starting to put it together now, guys. He's added 2 3-pointers after hitting 1 in the first.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Fader on the way. Rebounded by Money. Money's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's New Orleans now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. George dishes to Gordon. Money passes to Gordon. Here's Money. 5 to shoot. Davis. Second shot opportunity. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And even though they're down, I like the way they're getting the ball inside. I mean, they're playing smash-mouth basketball right now. And you've got to think it's going to create some foul opportunities for them. They struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but that's changed. They're almost at 85% for the game now.
Now, here is Fields. Tight defense on him. Here's Chavez. The shot's no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Money. Fields covering. The shot's good from Money.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now Fields. He's got 5. He sinks the 11-footer. Fields has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Here's Money. Outside for George. From deep. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Pelicans ahead, opening up a huge gap. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a double-double already in the books for you, and we're only at the half. Do you see them trying to throw different looks at you to slow you down?
Yeah, I expected they might. But at the same time, we're going to have an answer for that because the rest of this team is just dangerous on the offense as me.
Thank you for your time, Kevin. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. On offense, we couldn't have been better. Ideal game plan, and you guys have carried it out to perfection. No going easy on them in the second half. We're going for the throat. On the other hand, I was happy with the pressure we put on them with our D and the steals we got out of it. Let's keep that heat on them. All right, let's break out the pick and roll on these guys. That's going to be the go-to play for us in the second half. As reliable a move as there is. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Money. He's got 19 points and 6 steals. A terrific offensive combination, setting up teammates and knocking down the deep ball.
Yeah, those things are related, Clark, because when you can knock down shots, now you got passing lanes for your teammates.
The Hawks shooting about 42% so far. So the Pelican 5 right now. Money in at point guard. Anthony Davis is out there with Paul George. And there's Bryant. And it's Knox in at the 5, roaming the paint. Snell kicks to Collison. Pass to Guzman. 4 on the shot clock. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. New Orleans has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Suns was superb. He ended up with 53 points and seemed to be seeing the action in slow motion, piling up a huge amount of assists. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Collison with it. Now guarded by Money. Collison, the pass to Guzman. Gasol, a screen on George. 6 on the shot clock. And the pass to Snell. Uncovered. And he hits the jump shot. Snell's got his first basket. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Money. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam. His finishes can be dazzling, especially Clark at his side.
Well, you look at a guy who doesn't have the height of some other big-time dunkers, and It always looks better, and he certainly makes up for the lack of height with that athleticism.
Yeah, his leaping ability is just off the charts, guys.
Down low, deflects the pass. It's stolen by Davis. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and George with the stuff.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Pass to Guzman. Back to Collison. Here's the three. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
So nice to have a guy like that who can take charge at any time.
Yeah, so many of his passes, Steve, have led directly to baskets.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
The drive by Collison. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Hawks have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
And as a team, they're shooting about 75% on the year.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Shoots from the high post. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Collison's got 11 points. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Now the dish to George. Passes it to Money. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and finished off by Davis.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Gasol dishes to Collison. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Got that bucket in no time at all. 23 points for Money.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play. They're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Guzman passes to Collison. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Tinsley. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Davis. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. Pelicans, number 1.
And the beauty of watching this club is seeing the ball move the way it does. This is a very unselfish basketball team.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Atlanta making a switch here. Good on both. And so it's New Orleans with it. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Money. He's covered by Collison. Money passes to Knox. Gasol with the rebound.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
The feed to Collison. And there's the pass to Guzman. 6 on the shot clock. Knocks it loose. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Against the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Down low. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Moving it up. And there's George. That's good on the assist from Kobe.
The assist.
Bryant's got 3 assists tonight. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
George with a screen on Collison. Jumper off the screen. Feeds to Bryant. Out left to the wing. Here's Money. Another one falls for New Orleans.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Yeah, well, 10 of their last 12 points have come off of assists.
Outside Collison. Pass to Guzman. Goes up on the high post. That one wide left.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Outside for Davis. Passes it to Money. Back to Davis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Here's Money.
Oh, that was awesome.
Look out below. Hawks have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. The drive by Collison, and he gets it to go.
His shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
New Orleans gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Down low. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
Both teams deciding to change it up. The Pelicans have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And it's Fields in the corner. Back to Collison. And there's the pass to Byers. Clock at 4. He feeds it to Fields. He tries for 3. Here's Jordan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
For Atlanta, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
DeAndre Jordan. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Curry's checked in for the Pelicans. So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Over to the wing. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. To the paint. Dives for it. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
It makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. Tough to defend that.
Here's Horford. Atlanta again missing. The Pelicans shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. Here's Money. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot two. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
You know, Kevin, he's coming off a game last time out where he really had problems at the free throw line.
Yeah, he got into a bad rut, Clark. The numbers were not good for him. He's got to find that stroke here tonight.
And, guys, this has not been a season to remember for him at the free throw line, certainly to this point.
And that one misses.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on you.
Good on the second free throw. Now here's Collison. He's got 16. He kicks it to Fields. They need this. Horford missing again.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Money passes to Davis. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Davis has got 18 points in the game.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
A solo fast break. Here's Money. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively, it has all been working for him today.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Jordan sets the pick for Collison. Kicks to Fields. Back to Collison. Clock at 6. Pass to Fields. Atlanta again missing.
And they needed that hoop to try to stop this run.
And they just seem to keep coming up empty. They've got to slow it down and get a good shot.
And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his second foul of the game.
What a great play. Sacrifice his body. And
That's the way to shoot the rock.
The Hawks shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. Pass to Byers. Collison with it. He's got 16. Outside, Fields. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Collison's got 5 assists tonight. New Orleans dictating the flow. Curry kicks to T. Rodic. Fields covering. Rodic. Rebound, Atlanta. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home.
well, and you know the fans out in Charlotte are desperately hoping for a win there.
Passes to Byers. Banked in off the glass.
That was a nice finish to an excellent possession.
New Orleans with the ball.
Let's go. You're in.
Hey, about time.
Here's Collison. He dishes it to Fields. And the pass to Chavez. And there's the feed to Fields. Pass to Byers. 6 to shoot. The layup off target.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Sonny Snell's checked in for the Hawks. Money's checked in for New Orleans. 1:02 left to play here in the third. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
It's amazing one player can turn the ball over so often.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. The drive by Collison.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
That's his first personal foul.
The Hawks have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second half, despite trailing in this game.
Well, you know, that's when you need to be most aggressive when you're down. Another good job of drawing contact and getting to the line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Money. He's got 32. Teague, the pass to Money. In low to Davis. Three-pointer. Clock is at 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Fields has got his 4th rebound in this one. Over to the wing. Here's Snell. Drills it from outside. Snell's got 5 points now this quarter.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
To the left wing. Rodic. And no good trying to get that one. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Pelicans on top, running away with this one. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Coming up next Tuesday, December 1st, the Mint.
The Pelicans shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. They've got Horford, and it's Arnold in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Outside Gordon. Fires the 3. Here's Meekins. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
That sort of epitomized this game, guys. One team going all out, getting rebounds and putbacks, and the other team just dragging.
Knocked loose. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Passes it to Arnold. He tries for 3. Pelicans pull it in. Here's Money. Atlanta with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Eric Gordon. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Atlanta. Ryan. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And the Hawks making a change here. Tinsley's checked in. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Ryan's checked in. And he sinks the second. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. There's the pick. Goes up off the pick. And down it goes, jamming that one home. The rim rattler.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
Arnold passes to Tinsley. Picked by Horford. Right wing. Fires the three. That's good. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Money passes to Gordon. Here's Money. Lets it fly from 18. And he hits the jump shot. Money's got 17 now just in the second half. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession. Here's Ryan, just 5 on the clock. Down the step back, Jay. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Knocks it loose. Fast break, the Hawks. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
At the line for one.
New Orleans dictating the flow. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. The shot's good for Money.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Picked by Horford. There's the screen. Arnold passes to Hardy. Over to the wing. Lots of room. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Here's Money. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Money's got 40 points.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Dishes it to Tinsley. Here's Arnold. Offline with his three.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Here's Money. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Money's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
To the right side. He tries for 3. Pelicans with the rebound. Inside. The pass to Muscala. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Outside Bryant. There's the triple. And he gets it to go.
Wow, what an incredible run they're on. This is as good an offense as you will see.
Well, every single guy on the floor right now just feeling it.
Looking to end the drought. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The Pelicans have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. There's the screen. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Tries a 3. Can't get it to go. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Here's Money. Six to shoot. And it's Bryant in the corner. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Pass to Money. Tries again, and it's good. Money's got 44.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other.
Inside, here's Ryan. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
On the wing, Bryant. Down low, here's Meekins, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
At the line for the Pelicans, Meekins. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number 1, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
Money passes to Gordon. Here's Money. Back to Gordon. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
Ryan, the pass to Tinsley. There's the bucket. Good.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
At the line for your Hawks, Tinsley.
New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. They set the screen. Here's Money. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Pass to Arnold. Here's the 3. Pelicans with the rebound. Muscala's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They are enjoying, Steve, a commanding lead.
Well, and it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest, which is so critical during this grueling NBA season.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
You got to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success earlier in the game, but now they're showing real determination in taking it inside to score.
So both teams changing it up here. On the free throw, no good. And here's Atlanta. Here's Arnold. Some solid defense from Bryant.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Gordon's checked in for Kobe.
Eric Gordon.
Teague's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Ryan, Teague covering. Ryan, the pass to Hardy. Here's Chavez. Eric Gordon grabs the board. Pelican shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Down low, out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
I think he was surprised to see the pass coming his way, and he reacted a little late.
Atlanta's shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Ryan, Teague covering. There's the pass to Hardy. Here's Arnold. Off the mark and a bad shot there.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Here's Money. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Money's got 48.
Great second half. I mean, he came out of that locker room ready to play.
Arnold passes to Chavez, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
Money passes to Muscala. Teague kicks to Gordon. Back to Teague. Pulls it up. Atlanta with the rebound.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Here's Arnold. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Ryan, the pass to Hardy. Inside. Here's Arnold. Pelicans pull it in. Muscala's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's tipped. And they're on the break. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. That's good.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
Left side, Gordon. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Hardy passes to Chavez. Here's Arnold. The three-pointer off the mark.
Very poor shot selection there, guys. And, guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Pelicans.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And I think this win builds confidence for this year in the matchup. They take the first win of the season series, and that could play a factor the next time these two teams meet.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. So I think the next game will be hotly contested.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance from Money. You have to look at his steals and when he would come up with them as major factors in this result.
Ryan, Teague covering. Chavez passes to Arnold. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ryan. Misses off the right iron. Here's Money. And he gets it to go.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on us.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo.
Ayo, Bono 6.